know definitely most people had experience dealing with incubus and succubus energies attached to them based on any sexual abuse or bad habits that they should not be practicing, even addiction to any sexual acts. Now, a lot of people have been dealing with these energies that they want to learn how to get rid of them. So I'm gonna tell you how. So one of the best ways, well, this is, my personal opinion and, ways of how it worked for me. Some of these energies can either be drawn to you, become attached to you based on like who you even had sexual encounters with. So, now I would say if you're someone who also practices Reiki, you can also use your energy to get rid of this energy that's attached to your roots and your sacral chakra. And from my experience, I could see that energy through my mind's eye, where it was like, no pun intended, tentacle-like energy that was attached to it, and I had to use my sword in the astral, as well as have astral weapons. I had to use my astral weapon to cut it off and detach the energy, and then call upon Archangel Raphael to patch up my energy so there's no leakage of my lower chakras and also my aura. And also sending that energy to Yeshua. Now, send energies, entities to Yeshua, to the light, to the sun, however you want to call it. I know most people actually do that, and it was actually fascinating to realize that other people do it, because I'm the only one first who knew, had done that until I realized other people do that. But that's a whole other story, because it's not always simple as just detaching these entities from your aura or demons and then just sending them off. There's also shadow work that comes with that. It's emphasizing deeper on why they were attached to you in the first place. You can heal that part of you. So when you're practicing shadow work, it keeps certain entities away from you, and you're drawing in more light beings to you. It doesn't mean that all light beings have good intentions. Some can be very manipulative, but so you just have to be mindful of what type of entities you interact with. And so it's the same thing with incubi and succubi. You do some inner work on why they were there, and if this sexual trauma, you can work with Archangel Zapkiel even to get rid of these energies, not just working on that trauma to heal from that. And so now as you go along working with Archangel Zapkiel, or you're just embodying your higher self to do the inner work, which is totally fine, because obviously our God is very, very powerful, obviously. So you are being guided on what to introspect first. For example, I experienced a certain thing, so I'm gonna fix that. I'm going to observe how it made me feel, the shame, the insecurity, not feeling safe, and all this other stuff, and then certain things that come to your mind. And as you do that, you can also work with a smoky quartz crystal or a labradorite crystal, and or whatever crystal, clear quartz, selenite. And selenite can also work with your 8th chakra, your soul star, and bring in more angelic energies besides angel quartz, also known as aura quartz and angelite. Yeah, so you're working along with these energies that's helping you bring in more balance and understanding within yourself, making you more energetically open, you're releasing any energy blockages, open up a dam. And I know most people watch Naruto. There's animes that have a lot of truth in it, even movies. You already know this. So you're working through these energies, and it's actually helping you get to the next level of what else it needs to be worked on when it relates to sexual trauma. And or if there's a sexual addiction, or you had the sexual encounter with someone who has a sexual addiction, which, you know, obviously the entities jumped over from them to you, and it kind of like puts you in that same mindset and energy as they are. So now clearing that energy, and then of course they're gonna go away, but it's like it's always a constant thing when you're working on yourself and clearing certain energies based on a certain experience that you had in your life, even in a certain experience with others. So for example, you can teach someone how to like cleanse their, you know, their genitals or their wound or something like that, stuff like that. That can help them if they understand that. If they're not willing to do that, then don't even bother with them. Just walk away, you know. And like if they're not willing to put in the work, then just like literally no point, because like they're just gonna like keep bringing that energy to you and attaching it to you, and then you're just gonna start doing shit that you shouldn't do, or you know, that energy goes to someone else that you have that sexual encounter with. And you know, people who usually have like sexual addictions, after they deal with you know, that sexual trauma, some of them can even like just be brought into that realm, that energy, where they feel like it's a way for them to cope because it makes them feel something. They feel numb, like no conscience and like apathetic. You know, it's that dopamine high that they're seeking, because their emotional body is detached, or at least their mental body being detached or detached from these bodies. So the balances, especially their spiritual body, you know, work on that. Now, like I said, if no one's not willing to work on that, then just walk away. Don't be bothered. Continue working on yourself. So, another ways is obviously sage your bed or whatever. Obviously sage yourself. Maybe you want to do that before and after you're about to, like, you know, get, you know, lay with someone. Even if they don't have these energies attached to them, but you don't want these energies to like be drawn to you guys, and you don't want any, you know, portals to open. It's like you have to like do certain prayer, or I don't know any specific prayers, but you can just pray. You say whatever to God or any of the ascended masters or archangel Zapkiel, or you know, whatever you want to do a protection circle, something, you know, before you do a lot of things. Even just on social media, you know, you clear energy, do a protection energy, a quick one, you know, or place a shield on yourself so anyone else's energy won't affect you. And like, you know, this is just like when, you know, we go through many interactions with people. So if you're gonna save yourself, save your home, even save your accessories like your cell phone, because a lot of energy will interact with other people, whether it's, well, obviously a lot of negative energy, even too much, even just positive, it could be too much, create clutter, which can transmute to negative, and then, you know, it goes to you, or it could affect your phone. Yes, that can happen. So you can also cleanse that. So now, you and another person, sexual energy is very powerful. So if you and someone else are like mating, having sex, whatever, portals can open up, you know. And obviously you're thinking about a certain thing that could be negative while you're doing this, then it can end up manifesting that. So it's also good. That's why you know, you have to treat sex sacred. You know, you can't just like go around and just like bang bang bang, you know, Hulk smash on someone just because you want to get the anaconda wet, or you want your tunnel to get filled up with fucking snakes, you know. So you ought to choose wisely, per se. You have a connection with someone, cool. They understand that it is a sacred thing, a sacred practice. Awesome. You guys are on the right track. Now pray together, then lay together. Pray together, then lay together. That sounds awesome. So, and then, yeah, so you don't want to open any portals, you don't want to manifest negative things, you want this positive energy to be around you, you call upon angels, they will fucking be there. They're not going to judge you Okay, they're not gonna judge. Angels will always be here for you, even if it's something that's sexual. You know, like I said, if you're in the practice of it in a sacred way, then why not? Okay. So, anyways, not just cleansing your home, cleansing baths, get rid of these energies. Even dragon's blood, sage, lavender can get rid of things. Rosemary, and someone once said frankincense, but I never heard that. I never found that anywhere. If you guys know about that, then throw it in the comments. I would love to. I want to know, because I try to look anywhere and I couldn't find that. That's a fact that frankincense can even get rid of unwanted energies. And I'm praying, talking to Yeshua, and even saying Jesus Christ, even though it's Christ energy, Christ consciousness, and the letter J has not been like around in that time. So, but like it's still like a protection word. Jesus Christ. That's why I say Jesus Christ rebuke, and then you're rebuking these unwanted energies. You know, and there's a lot of things. Lord's Prayer, Saint Michael prayer, and it's like a lot. You know, pray before you go to sleep so these energies won't like connect with you in the astral. And like I feel like primarily that's what dreams are. It's like, you know, you dream about, you know, having that encounter, sexual encounter with someone, and then, you know, it's like then you climax, and then they're taking on energy, and there's like where I had a dream about someone, and she wanted to. She was a nurse. I like nurses, scrubs, okay? So, but she didn't. It was like something made her do this with someone else. And like, and I was like, okay. And then I woke up. Like, they were doing it, and I was like, I'm out. Like, I didn't feel any lust, none of that. It was like, you do you, I'm out of here, and I woke up. It was like, I was there. This person noticed, they all noticed me, but it was like she didn't care, and she could have been a succubus. It's not always the fact. It's not always that just because you have a wet dream that like it is a succubus or incubus. It's not always that, but I know that it was. I felt that energy. I'm starting to recognize it because I used to have succubus attacks like 11 years ago. So, yeah. So. And there's just various things you could do to get rid of these energies and help you. And it could be an everyday practice, something that you keep up with. If you fall off, okay, don't sweat about it. Just get back on it. You know, we are in the spiritual war. They say, oh, the World War III is just spiritual. There's always been a spiritual war since day one, dude. Like, you can't. It's like equivalent sand. Like trying to make new age a new thing, like people like discovering their psychic gifts and whatnot. Like people within the spiritual new age community would be like, oh, like we're gonna start like awakening our DNA strands, whole strand DNA, and then start having like psychic gifts when we already have been gifted, just that not everyone is conscious of it. That's why I call it consciousness, because you're becoming conscious, you realize the abilities that you always had that was always right in front of you. And then you start to understand these things all around you. And our ancestors already, they've been practicing these things, which is why they help us in this life and guide us through these journeys. So people in the New Age community need to like stop being condescending. They need to stop acting like it's all new and like they are like above everyone and know certain things. Like just because someone doesn't even look like a typical spiritual person doesn't mean they're not. You could look like someone who probably go to the bar and they could be like awakened as fuck and gone through like enlightenment and ego death multiple times, and you're just gonna like be like, oh, this guy's not on my level. No, they don't have to look like you, you know. So you never know. So people just need to knock it off to judge you, you know. So I want to get back on the subject and just say, hey, like, you know, just keep working on yourself, keep up with your spiritual practices. You know, this is what we're here for, to not only just relearn who we are and such, but also like teach others so they could remember who they are, and they're not gonna take it. That's totally fine. Everyone's on their own journey. The seed is planted in their subconscious mind anyways. That information is in their DNA, and they could probably awaken, or their children are gonna be awakened because of the information you gave them. Like I said, information, knowledge runs through DNA. Their subconscious mind have it. So now their children will have it. So, and their children start doing what you're doing, teaching other people and stuff like that. Then maybe their parents can start picking up on it. If they're not, whatever. So, yeah, just keep treating yourself well. Keep a positive mind as much as you can. It's not gonna always be perfect. Not everyone have their mind right in the right place. It's hard, I get it. People deal with mental illness. You gotta do what you gotta do though. Put in the work to help yourself. You want a better change within yourself in your life. So, you know, always people may have addictions to certain things. That's entities that's influencing you, wanting you to think that you need it, but it's just a dopamine high, or your body may feel a certain way, like your aches and stuff like that. But it's your body resetting itself, like going through like a spiritual and physical detox. So that's what happens, you know, like so it's not that you need it or to stop the pain and whatnot. Your body is just resetting itself so that you will be able to move forward. It can take time, go through the pain. You start vomiting, you fucking vomit. Just think of it as all that, like the entities leaving your body, you know what I'm saying? So just keep up with your spiritual practices. You know, you guys take care of yourselves, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to comment, share this, like please, and share. Because when you like videos, it can get out to more people. So it's not just me helping you guys, whatnot, you are helping others too, because we get onto their feed and then they can learn some stuff like that. So it's not just because of me, it's also because of you. So, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate my new subscribers. You guys are like amazing. And you can also subscribe to my other channel, Archangel Royal Official. That's Archangel Royal Official. I'll release a new EP. And so yeah, you guys enjoy your day, and God bless. Be well and treat yourself well. Treat others well. Because karma's fucking real.